Hello Taurus, thank you for joining me for your love reading for the month of August 2024. As always, please do keep in mind that these reads are general, and so not everything is necessarily going to resonate just for you. Anything that isn't for you, just leave for another person to enjoy, okay? Right, so we're taking a look at your love energies. If love isn't your thing, then just go check out the beginning of the month reading that I did for you guys, where it's more sort of lifestyle based, okay? So that was more finances and career. It did have a little bit of love in there, but it was also time stamped. So if you just want to skip all the lovey-dovey stuff, then you absolutely can. But today we're doing a love reading, right? So your energy is coming out first, okay? I'm going to pull your energy, your person's energy, and then how it's likely to play out. Anything that you see in a read that you don't like, please understand that you do have the power to change anything that you don't like, okay? We've all got free will. Now, your energy is coming out as the Eight of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Seven of Swords. So you're being secretive, you're being very, very quiet at this point in time, Taurus, and there does appear to be a very good reason for that, okay? I'm getting the message here that you're on a bit of a mission, okay? See with that bird, and he's wearing a cape. Is that gonna focus? Yeah, my camera's been a little bit temperamental today. Yeah, kind of, he looks like a superhero, right? He's on a mission. So you're on a bit of a mission here. Now, the High Priestess, keeping secrets, intuition. You are on a mission, but you're doing things quietly. You're doing things on the down low. And this Seven of Swords, this could potentially cause some trouble, okay, Taurus? This is telling me that the other person that you're dealing with is very likely going to be misunderstanding your intent, okay? I feel with this kind of energy, they do run the risk of taking something personally where that's not your intent at all, okay? So you do run the very high risk here of being misunderstood. So what I'm going to do before we go any further, I'm going to clarify that one and just double check the message behind the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, you've got to be careful with this one. Same as the Devil and the Five of Swords. Intent is everything, right? This could be you're trying to do things differently. You're trying to avoid a situation getting out of hand, right? That's why you're being sneaky. Everybody has been and has the capabilities of being sneaky, right? Sometimes in life there are certain things that happen where we are required to do things differently, and that's the Seven of Swords. Yes, it can be lies, trickery, deceit, betrayal, beware. Abso-friggin-lutely, yes, it can be, right? In this context, I'm feeling that this is more to do with how you're trying to avoid a situation getting out of hand, because look at what it came out with. The cards that it comes out with, that is the intent, okay? You're not wanting to cause any trouble here, Taurus. You don't want to cause any ructions, yet you are still on this mission, okay? I don't know what this mission is. It's going to be something private for each and every one of yous, but you are determined. There is a lot of determination there that's coming through with that energy. And I feel strongly that you're aware of the risk that someone else is going to misunderstand you. Tell us more about Seven of Swords for Taurus, please. You see, it's vital when you're reading tarot not to jump to conclusions, but to make sure that you're actually reading the energy. What energy is accompanying the cards that are coming out? Look at this. You can see that because I've left the overhead camera on. You can see exactly what card just fell out touching that Eight of Wands. Yeah? Another Eight of Wands. So it's reinforcing this message, Taurus, that you cannot and you will not be stopped this month. Absolutely determined to the nth degree. Abso-friggin-lutely. King of Swords off center. Yeah. you're afraid that this other person will try to change your mind, that they will try to convince you to do it a different way. And that's what you're trying to avoid here. You don't want this other person to convince you, to talk you out of doing this thing, whatever this thing is for you. You don't want to take that risk because you know that you do care deeply about what their opinion is. On this occasion, you don't want to run that risk of them changing your mind with something. Okay. So what's going on with the other person then that Taurus is dealing with at this time, please? I do apologise for the little coughs throughout your reads, Taurus. I've just got, I'm not ill. I've just got a little bit of strangeness going on with my throat. It's almost like the liquid, you know when the liquid in the back of your throat gets a little bit too thick. It's that, even though you're not ill. I think it's probably just a reaction to something that I ate. It could have been the onions. It might have been, who knows. But yeah, just in case me sort of coughing periodically was a bit irritating, then you'll know I can't actually help it, okay? Right, your person. 10 of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the 9 of Coins. Yeah. Your person, I feel they're doing a lot at this point in time. They are probably they're probably wanting for you to help them out here with something. But I'm not convinced that at this point in time you're in a position to be able to help them. Okay, because see with this 9 of Coins as well, and I will hold it up close so that you can see. There's a little squirrel with a hood on, and it feels quite secretive, doesn't it? And this squirrel's passing a message on to this woman, and this woman's looking a bit bored, a bit upset, really. So I'm getting the message that you're trying to avoid upsetting this other individual because you're not in the position right now to help them out, even though they're needing your help. It's not because you're being selfish. It's not that at all. You're just not in the position to do whatever it is that your person, whoever this is wanting you to do. It could be a lack of resources, it could be a lack of time, it could be literally anything. And again, that's why you're trying to avoid having this person basically change your mind about something. Can you tell us more about that 10 of Wands for Taurus's person, please? I feel as well that this individual is probably going to want to help you out. But you're not wanting anyone's help at this point in time. For whatever reason, it's almost like you're on this mission to prove to yourself that you can do this, that you can handle this. Yeah, King of Wands, that's coming out off center, and the Knight of Swords again. Yeah. So it's likely that the person that you're dealing with will take offense, actually. But do you know what? That's for them to deal with. Okay. King of Wands off center, that's taking a situation personally where they shouldn't be taking it as a personal attack against them. Okay. And again, Knight of Swords coming out as well. See how these Knight of Swords are, they have their backs to each other. Yeah. So that's definitely a disagreement. There's a disagreement here that your person has taken to heart. Like they've taken that personally. The fact that you don't want their help. But the thing is, you don't want anyone's help right now. It's like you don't want to drag other people, full stop, into whatever this is that you're doing. Nine of Coins. Why is this here, please, for Taurus's person? Okay, yeah. I was fully expecting that to come out. The Five of Wands and the Six of Coins. Yeah. An argument about this exchange here. Or literally an exchange that develops into an argument. And I feel so strongly that that's what you're trying to avoid, and hence the secrecy. So this person has felt that you've pulled back away from them a bit. They have recognized that you're not speaking to them as often as what they would like for you to. Okay, they basically, they know that you're holding back from them, and again, they are taking that personally. Okay. How is this likely to play out for our Taurus collective and their person, please? Now again, with this being a love read, it doesn't necessarily need to be romantic love, okay? It could be familial love. It could be within a group of friends, you know. Love is love. There's lots of different types of love, isn't there? It's just basically anyone else that you have a connection or a relationship with. Okay. How it's likely to play out, you've got the Lovers that's coming out. Judgment and the Chariot. Yeah. So it is likely, very likely, to reach some kind of agreement and an understanding here. It is very, very likely to start moving in the right direction. The Chariot is a card of victory. It's a card of success. So it's reaching this understanding. Actually, yeah, you know, Taurus has this thing that they want to do. They want to do it by themselves. Okay, that's fine. I will just wait here for Taurus to get back. And if Taurus needs help, if they change their mind, they always know where I am. And then you're like, okay, that's fantastic. I know that you're there. Thank you for trusting me with this. You know, just this nice mutual exchange that comes through that communication. Okay, Lovers, Judgment and the Chariot, literally 3 major arcanas back to back, which means that this connection, this relationship is about to change for the better. You're going to grow stronger, stronger as a couple, closer together. I feel that there is some kind of trust building exercise that's going on with this energy, and that's why it's so vital to you, Taurus. That's why it's so important to you, whatever this mission is that you're on, whatever this is that you're very determined on doing by yourself. I feel that you're ensuring that there is no codependency within this connection. I think that that's what you're up to. And it's showing me that actually, yeah, it's going in the right direction, okay, with this card of victory here. Because you stood firm, because you stood your ground, okay. And it's going to work out really, really well. What else for Taurus Collective, please? What else for Taurus? Oh, thank you. Yeah. I feel like I can be my true self around you. It's absolutely beautiful. Can we start over? Yeah. So, I mean, it doesn't seem like this is relationship breaking energy, okay? So obviously, if you're living different, you know, a completely different reality than what's coming out of this tarot read, then either one or two things. Number one, it's not going to be your reading this time round, and that's absolutely fine. Or number two, this is what you're moving towards, Okay. So do keep an open mind, because tarot, all of tarot, is actually timeless. Okay. So there is going to be an opportunity for this connection in this read to start over, for this misunderstanding to be leveled out. Okay. What else for Taurus, please? What else for Taurus, please? Whoa. Oh, look. Wicked boat, girl with a snake, bold moves, the runner, and ascending with friendship at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. Mischievous, naughty, harmful, dangerous, false betrayal, lie, cheat, beware. With receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure issues. Empath and narcissistic paradigm, being charmed or used, enable, and boundaries. An invitation, being proactive, taking steps, making things happen. Gift for someone or a gift for yourself. And runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to the ego, and transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, and preparing for union. So that's why this is vital to you, Taurus, because of your dark history with this whole sort of narcissistic empath dynamic that's played out in your relationships before in the past. It's almost like you're trying to ensure that that repeating pattern doesn't happen again. It's very, very smart. That's why you're ascending, because you're approaching love from a really educated standpoint now. It's literally now you know better, and thus you are doing better. And literally all of this energy is you doing better. That's true ascension. You're definitely testing this person, but again, it's not a negative. Okay, you've got to know that you're not walking into a world of shit. And that's basically what you're trying to make sure is not what's going on. That's why this is important to you. It's like you're waiting for their response. You're waiting for their reaction. It's part of their test. You're making sure that they're not a snake. You're making sure that they're not a narcissist. Or you're making sure that they've not got ego issues. You know, you're making sure that anything that comes up is a normal reaction. Okay, and then you've got true friends, solid friendship, authentic, would do anything for you, always there no matter what, as the strongest overall energy. You're making sure that this person is going to be a good friend to you first and foremost, before everything. Because again, that's what's really, really important to you. What else for Taurus, please? What else for Taurus? Oh, a little bit of an awkward shuffle there. I tell you, I really struggle with the thick card decks and the card decks that have got a lot of lamination on them, because they ones tend to all sort of stick together. And they're really hard to shuffle. Intense, connection, and remarkable. Yeah. So you're probably double checking that the intensity of this particular connection is not because it's a damaging, unhealthy connection. I think that that's what you're testing. Okay. The intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows. Yeah, and I'm forever and a day saying be careful with that energy. You've got to make sure that you're not in a dangerous situation, because a lot of dangerous relationships also have the intense energy. Your connection is eternal and unbreakable. Yeah, you're double checking, and that's smart. That's really, really smart. Well done, you. Well done. and remarkable. Notice everything remarkable about your relationships. Yeah. I mean, this situation, it may well end up being an engagement situation. Okay, with the 2 wedding rings there. Could end up being one of those situations where you end up marrying this person. It's very, very likely. What else for Taurus, please? Oof. Yeah. Look. The land of milk and honey. That's basically the 10 of Cups. Okay. It says the taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, your needs being met, and not taking anything for granted. Yeah. The land of milk and honey. That's a very old turn of phrase. If someone's living in the land of milk and honey, it means that they want for nothing. Because way, way, way back in the very olden days, even before I was born, I mean, I'm old as shit. And this is going back way before even I was born. If somebody was described as living in the land of milk and honey, they had everything and they wanted for nothing. You know, they usually came from a place of privilege. People who come from old money are usually described as being living in the land of milk and honey, you know, because as I was saying back in the day, milk and honey was ridiculously expensive. Ridiculously expensive. Okay, that's why it became associated with richness. Yeah. You're enjoying the taste of prosperity. You're definitely not taking anything for granted. Everything, as I've already said, everything about this energy is you're double checking this person. You're double checking their authenticity. You're double checking their reactions to things, their reactions to you, specifically wanting to take on something by yourself. Regeneration, rebirth, second chances, new opportunities. Yeah. So here's the thing. Yes, this person might take offense initially. And then they're going to catch themselves. They're going to catch themselves and they'll be like, whoa, okay, yeah. I am reacting a bit over the top here. Yeah, that is right, Taurus. And I do need to work on that. I do need to reel that in. Do you know what I mean? I definitely do feel that you're going to be receiving some kind of an apology here as well, for some, if this is already played out. Okay. Treasure Island, law of attraction, bringing dreams to fruition, manifesting, abundance appearing, financial gains, and the sharing of good fortune. Yeah. Okay. Treasure Island also indicates that things are going to work out very well for you here, Taurus, and that you're going to feel very, very accomplished. Okay. Right, so to conclude your read, I am pulling from one of the naughty decks. If you're allergic to swearing, then you just don't have to listen. It's a bit of light-hearted energy at the end of a read. And we've got call bullshit on your bullshit. But at the moment, Taurus, you're calling bullshit on someone else's bullshit. You want to get out of a rut? The first step is to get tired of the bullshit. Your bullshit, their bullshit, the world's bullshit. Spend today honing your sense of déjà vu. Once you can spot the old shit, you can start to stop that old shit. Yeah, that's literally what you're doing right now. You recognize that there were unhealthy patterns that were repeating in your relationships and you're doing something about it. I saw that right from the get-go. It's all over your energy. So if they start with their bullshit, you're going to call them out on their bullshit. But equally, also be prepared, just in case, Taurus, also be prepared for someone else to call you out on your bullshit, because everything's got to be equal. Okay. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. If you feel that you could benefit from a personal reading, then the information to book your personal readings can be found in my description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.